Absolutely. It's been a tough year for everybody, and this one is about how to break the New Year's time loop that is 2020. The entrance is the exit, and the exit is the entrance. If you didn't hit clarity in 2020, you're going to be stuck in 2020 because the agenda has been set in 2020 that the world government has the people following now. If you haven't achieved clarity, everyone talking about on New Year's Eve 2019 to 2020, yeah, 2020 vision, 2020 vision. Have you forgotten your 2020 vision? You're in the middle of the apocalypse. People have been turned against the wrong people, fighting over who's got germs. It's like, who hasn't spread germs in their life? The thing can't be as contagious as they say.
Cough, cough, achoo, it's the Wuhan flu. What it do, it's the Wuhan crew. Wait a minute, it's the Wuhan clan. All around the world, Wuhan to Milan, Wuhan be the gang. I thought I was going out with a bang. Going out with a cough. Now when I killed a man that made Microsoft.
For the establishment and the people that profited of this. And the profit is not just financial, because the financial system is already completely controlled. You know, the printing money thing, you know, they might as well just all give us £1 million. It's all going to go to the same mega corps now, right, that control the system. It's not just financial profit now. The main profit actually is human resources. That's what I deal with at Universal Security. I deal with human resources, intelligence gathering, and, you know, protecting the universe. But my human resources are people that could work for the Universal Security, in effect, do the right thing, spread awareness, and help people break out this matrix. People are saying, can't wait for 2021, it's going to be a great year, we've got to forget this past year. And that's the first mistake of actually breaking out of the 2020 matrix, because you won't be able to leave unless you actually fully fathom what happened this year. It's a year where human interaction was completely destroyed, and it was already being destroyed by the rise of social media, electronic media, telephonic media. Even before phones had cameras, it was a step towards breakdown of communication and interaction. Of course, I'm on borrowed time. It would make them flinch. You see, they've been attacking freedom of speech, and now they've got this whole fake news, anti-science censorship happening on social media, which they should have never been given that much control. Another video, another talk. Of course it's leading to some AI system which will control all your information. It's nearly done anyway. Navigating through this thing, you can crack codes, but there's too many codes to crack. Sometimes you just got to split it. It's cut through. Stuck in 2020. Move into 2021. Hopefully, the only way to move out of 2020 is that you gain the vision that everyone was talking about. What do you think? Why do you think it had to happen in 2020, the year of chaos? You had to come out of the cave and see light for the first time. This is 2020 vision. This nature of this thing. All we can see is that people get sick and they're living in proximity with each other, and other people aren't getting sick. I think everybody has this thing, whatever it is, because even the testing's inaccurate and they haven't properly isolated the thing. If we're to believe anything they say, which that's up to you at this stage in the game, because you're going to have to start making your own decisions, since that everything is kind of controlled. You can only navigate through what they tell you from the controlled news. And there is an art to navigating things and reading in between the lines, but when you're bombarded constantly ad nauseum with this stuff, it's going to cause mental breakdown. That's why you have people going straight up nuts right now. Of course it was a cover-up, but of course the establishment have a good sense of humour, like in regards to, you know, the Nashville bombing thing, right? What the guy went out to that 60s song Downtown. You have to have a good sense of humour, because that is an absolute cover-up, whatever that is. That's not discussion of this video, but you can see that the establishment has a sick sense of humour, a wacky sense of humour, so they like to do mad things, which causes the people to go nuts. I said this years ago that people are going nuts. Now it's finally even the so-called people that had things kind of balanced, right? You know, always balanced people. I'm seeing balanced people going nuts. Domestic violence, suicide, drug use, alcohol use. The government and the media are absolutely responsible for that. More lives have died under lockdown than have died from whatever this thing is.
Wuhan to the what? Wuhan to the world. All the wins are won and the L's are held. Wuhan to the what? Wuhan to the world. All the wins are won and the L's are held. Cough, cough, achoo. It's the Wuhan flu. What it do? It's the Wuhan crew. Wait a minute, it's the Wuhan clan. All around the world, Wuhan to Milan. Wuhan be the gang. 4 hours going out with a bang. No, going out with a cough. Now I wanna kill the man that made Microsoft. Kill Bill and his wife Melinda. Knock him down like timber. Wood chopper man die from a splinter. It's the Rona, it's the Rona. And a man die from a drive-by. It's the Rona, it's the Rona. And a man there jumped from a bridge. I swear it was the Rona that did it, that's Lich. COV19, one time for your mind. Sometimes you gotta let the blind lead the blinds. And the truth's unkind under some stone you just might find. And you might dislike what you just found. But when the contract's signed, some stipulations can't be declined. COV1 what? COV21. 2020 was the year it was cool to be a bun. It was cool to be a bum. Yeah, it was cool to be a bum. Moral of the story. You can't let the government take all your freedoms. You need to retrace your footsteps and reclaim your sanity. Make 2020 your year of clarity. The only way to make out of this is to realize the entrance is the exit and the exit is the entrance.